are you doing? Seems like I just woke up this morning and we have the morning voice. So let's go. Couple thoughts. When I woke up this morning, I was like, today we're starting the YouTube videos again, and I gotta make more content, and I just gotta do shit because I have an album that I'm making right now, so I gotta promote it. I gotta promote the album. So that's what I'm starting with today, but there is another topic that I want to talk about, which is perfectionism. And I think a lot of artists, such as myself, suffer from this. It's a very deadly disease. We kind of like kill ourselves making the art because it has to be perfect all the time. But I kind of, I guess, regressed from my perfectionism because I realized that like nothing can be perfect, because if you really think about it, even if you think it's perfect in your own eyes, everything is psychological. Someone out there in the world is going to absolutely hate it. There's no point to be perfect. Do something that you like. If you like it, then there's going to be someone else that likes it, and fuck the rest of the people. But there's another topic of perfectionism I want to talk about. Lately, I've been sending out the songs to a couple people here and there, and what seems to happen is when I send them individually to people, everything seems to kind of work. Everyone's like, yeah, this song's really good. I really like this part. Or they tell me like, oh, you know, here, it doesn't sound as good. I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe I can fix that. You're right. Like, it's not perfect. But what happens sometimes is like, someone will absolutely hate the song and be like, this is terrible. But like, I sent it to 30 other people and they were like, this is amazing. This sounds so good in the car. It sounds perfect in the earphones or whatever. Well, two things can happen here. First off, they could probably hate the song and be like, this is not my type of music, and that's fine. But it's weird because every time I make music, it's like the same type of music, and some people, they're just like, nah. They could hate the style of music. They could also be biased. Let me explain that to you. What I mean by biased or biased, whatever the fuck, doesn't matter. It felt good in the moment saying that, and it sounds good on the track. They look at me sideways and they're like, really? You did that? Or they like cringe at you for saying some shit, or they just cringe at the music because it's actually just you singing on the track. They're not able to separate themselves from you as the artist and you as you for some reason. Well, actually, because they're your friend, they see you as you, and then they see your art and they're like, what is going on here? It's cringe. If something is cringe to someone, forget about their opinion. It's not valid. It's not true constructive criticism. Now, there's another thing that's a good indicator whether something is good or not, is, like I said earlier, you send it to individual people and you ask them if it's good. If the majority say it's good, you're fine. You could even maybe improve the tracks the way you see fit, perfect it a little bit, just don't go overboard with the perfection. Maybe a couple people didn't like it, it's not their type of music, it's whatever. If 2 people, 3 people don't like it out of like 10, it's fine, you're good. You have 7 out of 10 people that like it, right? But another thing is that I did this recently and I'm like, you know what? Maybe it was a bad idea to do this. I sent a track to a friend and I was like, yo, go listen to this with your brother and tell me how you feel about it. Because I knew that his brother would like this type of music, and it was like, you know, loud, banging. It's fucking, it went super hard, right? And my friend would like it too because he likes the hard music too. Now they go and listen to it. Of course, they come back, both of them, with the same exact opinion. That means that someone said something, didn't like it, but then the other one couldn't form an actual opinion. The mistake I made was sending it not individually to them. I should have sent it to the brother and I should have sent it to the friend. Finish right there. Because I sent another song to my friend before, and he sent it to his brother, but they didn't listen to it together, and they actually both liked the same track. That's weird, right? People will have a different opinion listening to music in a group than listening to music individually. And especially if your music is like, I guess, individual type, kind of, I guess, more introspective. Is that a word? Is that a word I can use here? Introspective music, I guess. At the end of the day, music is very personal. And if it's not like party music, hype music, then like, I don't think you can please people as a group. You can only please individual people because they'll only listen to that shit in their car or when they're alone, or, you know, in their earphones. They go on the bus, they go to school, stuff like that. Yeah, I just wanted to get my thoughts out there about perfectionism and biases that people have when it comes to listening to your music. Some people will cringe, like I said. I have some friends that I'm like, I'm never gonna send music to you because you're not able to separate yourself from, you're not able to separate me from the art. But I mean, some people did have that at the beginning, I guess, with me. And I was also worse. I'll give them that. But they got better at like, all right, I'll just listen to the music. I really don't care that it's you. I just want to hear some new music. Some people just want to hear new music. So I mean, yeah, that's one thing. But another thing is send your music to other artists, especially if they're artists that like you like, that you fuck with, because they'll give you like an actual opinion. They hear things from like, let's say the same kind of perspective from you. Like you can talk to them about specific things that they criticize you about. As in like, you know, just like more technical things, because people will just tell you like, oh, you sound off here, you sound weird here, and it's like, fuck, I have to figure out like what it is, right? But then artists will actually be like, okay, no, your note right here, it's off key, or like, bro, turn down that distortion, it's too much, or whatever. But like I said, you gotta make sure that they're artists that you actually like, and they're artists that you like, I guess, are kind of friends with or whatever. There's some artists that, you know, they only care about themselves. They don't want to hear other people's music. Or they'll have like an opinion about you. They'll kind of just blow you off when you want them to listen to your music. So you'll send it to them. They'll be like, yeah, it's fine, bro. It's whatever. So you gotta watch out for things like that too. Because you really want the people that, you know, give you, the intro was really good, but like, what was that in the verse, you know? At least something like that, you know, so you could actually reflect on it and be like, okay, is there actually something wrong with the verse? People don't have to get super technical with you, but with artists, they can get technical, but you want at least people that will tell you what's going on, right? So yeah, that's it for today's video. I'm gonna go back to working on my album. Gotta go do some studying. You can check out my music in the description down below as always. But new music is coming out, which is like 10 times better than all the shit I have already. And I love the sound of the new album. I'll play a little snippet at the end of some stuff that I'm working on. So I will see you guys in the next video. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. And I am out.
If you do for me, I'll just do for you. All you, all for you. Don't wanna be the bad guy this time. No, no. All you, all for you. All for you.